Wait, I wasn't gonna start recording yet, but this could be what we're looking for. Yes, we got the Easter bunny spawn egg here, which, oh, we can stop, looking for everything else that we might need in the future. This could actually help us out for this episode. Because I was gonna do something completely different, but we're probably gonna save it for next episode. So quickly, we got the ancient dried Easter bunny spawn egg here. Wait, that's just the spawn. Okay, I was making sure that didn't say part or anything. Which also, let me show you guys this quick dungeon before I guess I have to go do my intro or whatever. Yeah, this is the Leomnopteryx, like little spawn egg that I got. Which, alright, if we could just spawn in. Yeah, it spawns a pack of them, which you can actually tame these guys. Very cool. But okay, can these guys go away? Wow, they're after me, huh? You guys are gonna regret this. You guys are gonna regret this. Oh, well, they just stopped chasing me, I guess. Yeah, that's a dungeon, which is it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let me just get rid of the extra spawn eggs there because I do want to check that out. Because honestly, unless I just blew up all the chests, which I actually think I did. So yeah. Either way, we're just gonna do /kill just that way we can get out of here. Luckily, we have keep inventory on. But either way, let's just do the quick intro just because I technically didn't do it. What's going on, everyone? We are back with the Dragon Block C episode. In today's episode, we are going to be building Easter Bunny Cage, which, if you all know what that is, basically, I was going to do something completely different this episode, but we're going to push it back since this is much more important. Basically, what this does for us is all these spawn eggs here, or I guess dried spawn eggs, I guess you could really call them. This is how we can spawn in, for example, the queen right here, or like as right here, it's an ancient dried the king spawn egg part, which for that I would need multiple parts to be able to make the spawn egg because we want to fight bosses very soon. So what the cage is going to do for us, it's going to be an automatic, I guess, pickup of the spawn eggs. If that doesn't make sense right away, just give it a minute for when I build this thing because I built a couple of these. It's been a minute since I built one before. But here's the cool thing about this. Since, I said I don't need to basically, spend time crafting. We're going to be in creative mode for this. And, for anyone wondering, well, that's cheating. Guess what? I don't care. Because I said from the beginning of the series that, all of this, I cannot build on my own. I was not, for anyone who insults my Shenron head, it's not a frog, first off. Well, from like here, it does. It's not a frog. It's a very lovely Shenron head. All right, yes, Shenron the dragon. But yeah, that's my rule. That I get to build whatever I want in creative mode. So it's very nice. It's very nice. Which it is gonna be a little bit of pain this time, just because there are key things that we are missing, and what that is basically is we don't have any of the cool chests, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that, which actually quickly, how much did this start? Okay, well, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad overall. But what I was trying to say is first, before that, we're gonna get rid of this iron ore because honestly, we don't need iron ore. Like, go away. I forgot where I was going. I actually forgot what I just said. But yeah, all of this we really technically don't need anymore, which is fine. But like we got plans basically for a future episode for this. So we are going to go into creative mode, which actually quickly this and the drag and the chest actually is going to just help us out keep all of our stuff here. Excuse me, why are you guys still here? You guys should be gone. Now that we are in creative mode, we can use whatever blocks we want, which actually technically if we just type in cage, or yeah, I guess extra small zoo cage, it goes from extra small zoo cage to an extra large zoo cage, which honestly, well, I guess technically it is cheating in a way, which I am sorry if it like really makes anyone mad. This is what we're going to be using for the most part, just to get the idea. We're not going to keep it entirely just because we really don't need it. It's going to be between a small zoo cage that we're going to be using or a medium zoo cage we're going to be using, which we're going to build it right here. So let's check out the small zoo cage real quick. Let's see how big this is. Okay, this is a small zoo cage, which actually I think this is good enough. I think this is actually good enough. Yeah, this is plenty of good enough. So we're gonna get rid of this here, and the way we have plenty of space on the ground because we're gonna go underground a little bit. Well, we're gonna cover this up just to make it look a little bit nicer. Perfect. And there we go. Yeah, this is perfect. This is plenty. So basically, the way this is gonna work, which actually I kind of wish we put this somewhere else. I won't lie. Maybe a little bit more over here. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. So we'll make do with this. So basically, we're gonna get rid of all the flooring here. We're gonna get rid of all the flooring because we are gonna put hoppers, and the way hoppers work is they pick stuff up for us, and we just put it in a chest. Which I guess we're gonna have to make this a little bit. Oh, there's a little cave. What? We're gonna have to make this a little bit underground, which isn't a big issue. So yeah, I'm gonna I guess dig this up a little bit, and I will come back to give a quick rundown. This is the way everything looks right now. Is basically I made it. I have to give 2 spaces at least to be able to give the hopper and the chest. Which I actually completely forgot. I had these chests. I forgot I added them some time ago. But yeah, we're gonna be using the crystal chest, which just like to quickly explain also how it works is the Easter Bunny will lay some eggs. It's gonna, drop it in the hopper, and the hopper is gonna bring it to the chest. Which is the nice thing about these chests is that you can actually see what's inside, and bunch of space and everything. So it's very, very nice. So yeah, we had to make it at least one. The floor is gonna be the hopper. The second one's gonna be the chest, and we at least need 2 spaces down to be able to access the underground in case we need to. That's basically it. So I guess total of including I guess the floor level is gonna be 4 down. So yeah. Then honestly, what I'm doing right here is one. I'm using the silver colored stone from the dragon block seed block just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. Which I will have to cover this up from the outside. I will probably do the same like right here, just to make it look a little nice. Like I said, I didn't want to spend too much time building in this game, just because it's mainly I wanted to make this. Okay, I don't mean to do that. I wanted to make this series mainly like an adventure series, I guess you could say, something like along those lines. That was pretty much what I wanted to do from the beginning. So I'm like, all right. The first thing I said during the series is I did not want to spend time, building. So yeah. So this is where we are at right now. We're just gonna be putting some chests right now. You could really do these with any chest. The one thing I will say about the normal chest, which I'm gonna quickly show everyone, is we're just getting normal chests. Obviously, if we place 2 right next to each other, it's gonna become a double chest. So yeah, that is the one thing. And depending I guess what version you're playing in, is you can't exactly place down another chest nearby. So it does suck. But yeah, that is the one thing about it. Which if you don't have this mod, it's not a big issue regardless. Just because sometimes these crystal chests, they don't even get filled just because how big they are. I would say a double chest is probably good enough. The one thing I would say about that is, if you guys don't know, for the hoppers, if you want, say if I place this down right here, but then I, if I right click, well, left shift right click with a hopper in my hand onto the hopper I have placed down, as you can see, it kind of looks like it's turned a little bit. So what that's gonna do is basically, if I was to drop this glass piece on top of right here, it's gonna go from here to that hopper. Now it's gonna go to this chest. So all you have to do basically is make sure you have these I guess wired correctly in a way. That's basically it for that. Other than that, it's really not a big issue. Other than obviously having to put space right there. So yeah. Now that we got all these placed down, we're gonna place down a bunch of hoppers right here. We just gotta make sure you are putting them towards the chest is all. You don't want to put them towards another hopper, because then obviously it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna do anything at all, other than go to the other chest, which isn't a big issue. Honestly, even if it was for this, it just when it was filled, it would just be overfilled is all. That's basically it. So now that we got all that placed down, we're gonna take a look at the bottom here and just make sure all of them are facing down, which it does look like, which is very, very nice here. Yeah, I think all of them are pretty much good for the most part. If I did miss one, oh well, nothing I can do about it right now at this moment. Or if I was to mess it up, all I have to do is break that hopper and replace it back down. But yeah, that's basically it for this right here. Like, there's really nothing too special about this. We're gonna cover this a little. That's not what I wanted to do. Just make this a little bit more, I guess, natural. I actually know if we want to make it look natural, we gotta place these down. Yeah, there we go. Boom. There we go. Yup. Natural right there. Natural, I said natural. Yup, there we go. And this is basically it. The only other thing I'd have to do right here is to put some carpet down, because technically you don't have to. I just do it to it's easier for the bunny to really, it doesn't get stuck in one place. You just kind of, left shift, right click onto the hopper. And now, the spawn eggs will still go through. Sometimes they will glitch, but overall, it's not a big issue, which is very, very nice. But yeah, that's basically it for this, really. I am going to change all the quartz and maybe even the glass. I'm going to change the quartz probably. I don't want to really use those. I might use, something else, honestly. I was thinking about using the silver ones again. I'm not sure. I'm going to change the quartz to something else and maybe even the glass. Before I show everyone the final product, I think it looks good. I might change, whatever the... I'll show you guys in a little bit, but I might use the white Sakura paper wall instead just because it looks a little nice. I won't lie. Because honestly, I didn't even bother about checking in this part of the section. Just because I really like the blocks that they use in Dragon Block C. So yeah, but the final reveal is here. Hoo-ah! This is the final reveal. Yeah, I might, maybe change these blocks to these ones just because they do look a little bit nice. I won't lie. Yeah, but I ended up using white stone pattern 1. It's a little bit different than, what I used before. But like here, if I go down here, I did end up using medical door. So yeah. So yeah, they are a little bit different. As you can see, this one is white and this one is silver. I do like those a little bit, the one on top a little bit more, just because I feel like if I was to use the white colored stone here instead of like the pattern one here, I feel like it'd be a little too white, honestly, a little too white. But I like, and a little bit less color too, because I also did end up using white stained glass, which I still don't know how I feel about it just yet. If I do end up changing it in the future, it is gonna be some point in the future. But yeah, this is basically it for the most part. I put white carpet on top and everything, kind of keep the theme going. I might change that, we'll see. I guess it depends how I feel and everything. Things can always change in the future, but for now we're gonna keep it like this. And obviously, this is basically it. This is basically it. So yeah. Which quickly we are gonna just, I guess, put it like that. Boom, boom. Yeah, I actually don't like how that looks. Hold on, stop. There we go. And it's okay. It's okay, right? It's better than it's gonna be. So yeah, but this is where we're at, which I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's too bad. So now let's let's get rid of all this now, and let's go down and make us some Easter Bunny eggs and whatnot. So now we can go back to game mode survival. Now we're gonna go right here. We got, where is it? It's right here. There we go. To get these to be able to be able to use them, we just need a bucket of water. So let's get I guess a couple buckets, just because why not? And I guess we'll actually be using, I guess, 2 buckets technically. So there we go. These don't have an EMC value, which do suck a little bit. We'll just keep one on hand just in case, I guess. Another thing we're gonna need is the Zookeeper shards, which, if anyone remembers that episode, basically these are to not let it despawn. Yeah, that's literally it. So yeah, now let's see how well this can work out. We do have 2 Easter Bunny spawn eggs, which is nice. I just realized we can't access we can't go in there. So let's go to here. So I guess we'll just keep 1. So we're gonna break 4 blocks, so we're just gonna keep 4. That way I can place down after in survival mode. There we go. So now if we just place one down, boom. Now if we just do I smack it? I don't want to accidentally kill it. Okay, I used it. I don't want to accidentally kill it, type of thing. But now it's working. Now it's working, which is very nice. We do have another one, which is if anything else does happen, hopefully not. That's basically it. So let's cover this up, and we are good to go. And there is the Easter Bunny. We are our very own Easter Bunny, and if at any point in time it does lay any eggs, we will see them right here, which it hasn't just yet. So we are gonna wait a little bit to see when it does, I guess. So yeah, we'll wait to see before we end off the video. I think as soon as I hit pause, it just laid an egg. It did, and it laid a Camarasaurus, whatever that is. I guess. Oh, another one right there. See, it's starting to spawn in eggs. Where is it? It's right. Oh, the prince. I forgot about those. Basically, oh, we also got another one. Who's that? Dungeon Beast. Okay, yeah, we're starting to get a bunch. We're starting to get a bunch now. Which is very, very nice. I'm gonna keep this Easter Bunny egg right over here. I probably will be changing all these chests into crystal chests very, very soon. But for now, we could just leave it at that. It's no big issue, really. And we're going to see what this is real quick. So I am actually very, very curious. And hopefully it doesn't blow up anything. Which, if so, I'm very, very upset. We'll just do it right here. Screw it. Spawn. I didn't mean to kill it, really. I'm like, I expected to fight it, but didn't mean to kill it. Just because I'm like, oh my god, it's a very big boss. So it's like, obviously, I'm not going to one-shot it. And yeah, that obviously did not go as planned. Yeah, either everyone, that is gonna be it for today's episode. There we go. Now we're good. But yeah, that's gonna be everyone for today's episode. I hope you all enjoy. Remember to subscribe because it is free. Go check out my content on well, wait, what, let me rephrase it. Go check out all my other content on the channel, because I post a lot of Dragon Vlog. And stay tuned for a future episode where we verse the king, the queen, and yeah, all that cool stuff. And yeah, that's gonna be it. You guys have a great one, and I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.